Hi, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Angel. I'm a director of photography and DI colorist based in Mumbai, India. In this video, we are going to start with some joining, cutting, and splitting of clips. Here I have a project with me. I have made a timeline already. Now, I have some clips from a video I did on Marine Drive. It's on my channel. I will link it up if you're interested. To bring a footage to the timeline, you have to go to your media pool, double click on any footage to load it up on your source window, as we have learned in the previous videos. Now we have two options. We can either drag and drop it to put this whole thing on the timeline, or we can make a selection. So let's scrub through the footage once. As you can see, there are some birds that are going around. So if you can look at this bird here, I want this clip to begin from this point when the bird is just a little hidden. So I'll mark this in point by I. With the I key in place, I will scrub it through, and then there's a second bird. When this second bird reaches this building, I want to end this cut. So I'll press O. Now I have made a selection. Now when I drag and drop it to my timeline, I can see that only that portion which we have just selected has come. So it begins properly, it ends properly. Now, what if I wanted to end this clip only till the first bird has disappeared? I want to end this somewhere here. I don't want the other bird to come. So now I can do 3-4 things for that. Okay. Firstly, I can delete it, and I can make the in points and out points better. Or if I already have it on the timeline, I can click on it once so that it's highlighted with this red. Now I can cut it by some methods. My preferred way of doing so is Control and backslash. Backslash is the key which is between the backspace and enter. So now I have made this cut, which is basically splitting that we were talking about. Select this clip now, and with backspace or delete, I can remove it. Or let's Control Z to undo it. Let's click on it again, right click, and then we have these options. We can delete it, and we can ripple delete it by backspace. I will explain what that means later. And you can cut it so that you can paste it somewhere else. So for now, let's just delete this clip. So now we have a cut that we have intended on. What I wanted to show you, one cool little thing in Davinci Resolve is you can make subclips. So for example, since we have edited out the first bird, I want to keep that second bird for later. I don't want to put it on the timeline right now, but I want it for later. So let's scrub till we see the second bird. So this is where the second bird is coming. Let's make an in point, and when it disappears, let's make an out point. So with this selection, let's right click here and create a subclip, or you can press Alt plus B for the shortcut. Let's create a subclip with this checked off. Remember, checked off like this. Let's not rename it, let's keep it subclip only and hit create. As you can see, a new clip has been created in the media pool. When you double click on it, it will only be the selection that we just made. Let's go to the original clip once again. If we had this checkbox on during the subclip menu, we will have the complete footage in as a copy basically in the subclip. Now with this subclip, we can always choose and drag and drop it without even loading it to the source window. We can just drag and drop it from the media pool, and it will be the cut that we just made. So this is how you join two clips. We can join another clip. Let's see this waves. Let's make a quick selection and drag and drop it. While you hold it, we get options to put them on different tracks or put them on the same track by just moving the mouse up and down. And then we can drag and drop it to the nearest clip. So it attaches like a magnet. If that doesn't happen, maybe because your magnet option is turned off. If it's off, then when you're moving a clip, it will just pass. It won't stick on any clip. If you want to stick perfectly, and you see this line also here, it's because the magnet button is turned on. So that's a very helpful thing to know. Now, suppose we have this another clip going on. We see this first car going. Let's make a selection till here, drag and drop it. We can always come back to this clip, load it into the source window, make another selection with another car. Let's see, for example, this car. Okay. This won't change what we have done on the timeline so far. In fact, with this new selection, when I drag and drop it, it will just create a cut between that same clip. So I can choose to mark different regions of a clip one by one, drag and drop them so that I am basically cutting them as I go. What else I can do is load the complete footage. For example, let's make an I point at the very beginning and an O point at the very end. Or if there were no I and O points, it will act the same way. Let's drag the whole thing. Let's make this thumbnail a little bigger by holding this area and dragging upwards. As you can see, these clips are not joining. What I can do is click on the empty space once, right click on it, and either I press backspace or this button, ripple delete. It will remove that gap and join these clips like the magnet does. Okay, so now in this, I can see that my first car has reached the point where I want to make a cut. Obviously, I can click on it, control and backslash to make a cut. Also, let's do undo. Also, I can do control plus B to make the same thing. Also, I can press B to initiate this razor mode. As you can see, this razor is now selected, or blade. Now, when I hover around, I will see this blade icon. And as you can see, when it's reaching this playhead, it's the line which the blade has disappears because it automatically detects the point where I want to make the cut. So let's just press the left mouse button to make a cut. So this is a long method of cutting clips. I hardly ever use the blade. I just use control and backslash or control with B. So let's make this cut anyway. And to go to the normal cursor, I will press A, which is the selection. This is selection, this is blade. These are other things, we'll talk about them later. Okay, so the next cut I want to make when the next car is coming. All right, so somewhere around here. Now, what I can do is I can make a cut, I can delete this clip. Let's do that once. Make a cut by control and backslash. So I want to remove this clip. I want to join this and this clip together. To remove it, I will click on it, press delete to either remove that, or let's undo it. I will click on it and press backspace. So this is called a ripple delete. It basically removes the gap, deletes the clip that was selected, and joins them back together. I want to end it somewhere here, just like we have done before. So let's select this. Now I want to show you how you edit a footage with handles. So now in any clip, whether in audio or video, we have handles on both sides. So this single handle is on both sides of a clip. So on the inside and on the outside. This double handle is something else. We'll discuss it later. So I want to end this clip here where my playhead is right now. So with this handle, when it's showing up, so when I hover around the edge and this handle shows up, the single handle, I'll left click on my mouse, hold it, and with that, I'll drag it to the playhead. It will lock at the playhead because my magnet is turned on. So this is how I can manipulate my in points and out points even on the timeline. So that is the way to manage your cuts, join them together, split a clip. I can choose to make a split right in between by scrubbing with the playhead to whichever frame I want to make a split on. I can zoom to see exactly. I can see the time code also at which particular here. I can see the time code also at which particular frame I want to make the cut. So for example, at frame number 20, I want to make this cut here. I'll make sure that the clip is selected with control and backslash. I will make a cut. Now I can click on it and I can move it around. So I can select any clip and I can move it around with my mouse. With that in mind, let's put this wave in between these two clips, in between this cut basically. So let's hold it with the mouse and drag and drop it to wherever I want. So it will stick to the edges. Nice. Now we have two gaps. Let's click on them and backspace. Click on them and backspace to ripple the gap. So I hope this was a good understanding of cutting, splitting and joining clips. Obviously, these are very simple techniques of editing your clips together. In the next video, we are going to continue with some advanced level techniques. Although, because we are still in the very beginning stage of understanding Davinci Resolve, so I'm not going to go in very deep, editing techniques. I'm not going to teach you how to edit a film. I'm just telling you the techniques and the shortcuts and the buttons to do so. All right. So I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching this video.